Okay, students, so let's gonna do this lab. Okay, so see the lab. So we need to ask the user to enter a product name, right? And then enter the price for the product. Then what happened? Enter product name. The user is gonna enter another product name, and then the price for the product, another one, and then the price. Okay. So now we are going to have an array to hold the product name, right? Tablet, laptop, iPhone, right? Because, okay, we are going to be able only to manipulate data, right? In an array for one specific data type, right? We're going to do that something here. Okay, so we're gonna be able to hold a string, right? A string for product name, and we need to hold double, right? The price is double, right? So double for the price of each product. So how many arrays do we need now? Two. One array to hold the product name. Okay? So you need one array here as a product name, three elements, right? Three elements, and we're gonna have another array, just price, okay? Double. How many elements? Three elements as well, right? So all of them are gonna have index 0, index 1, and index 2. Three elements, right? Okay, so now what happened here? Three arrays, three elements, subdivision for each array. Okay, so we need to run a for loop first to display this message. Enter product name and enter the price, right? Okay, so I have new things here, correct? And just import the scanner here, and we're gonna create now here the constant to specify the size of our array, correct? So it's gonna be public static final integer size, for example, 3, right? Because our arrays are gonna have three elements, for name and for price, correct? Good. Okay, now we're gonna create the arrays. So here we're gonna create the array. Which array first? Either way, right? So we're gonna create a string array. Okay, string array is a product name, perfect, equal new string. Okay, how many elements? Size. And the other array is gonna be a price, right? Price. Double a price. New double. What is the size? 3, right? We're gonna use the constant. Okay, we have our arrays that is gonna help us to receive the data, right? In another video, I'm gonna show you everything related with the coding standard. Okay, I just wanna give you the logic here, and then we're gonna tune that using the coding standard. Okay, for comment, how to do that. But now I want you to focus on the logic. Okay, receive data. Okay, to receive data, what do you need? For loop, right? Okay, so you can declare income here. Okay, so you don't have to declare inside the for loop. Yes, here. So remember, to receive data, how many elements are going to have our array? 3. So less than size, as we already explained in the video, right? So here you to receive data, and you to it's important because I don't want to do an error now code because we're going to have a lot of curly braces. Okay, the for loop, remember? Okay, we're going to display push message. Enter product name. Okay, system out. Enter product name. Okay, and it has to be print, right? Instead of print line, right? And then the user is going to enter the data, in this case, tablet. Okay, so what happened? I have to use this scanner, right? In which array we need to put the data for product? We want to put here tablet, right? Okay, so we need to use SA product name index 0, correct? Okay, so SA product product name, which index? 0, right? Okay, but remember, we are using the for loop, so you have to take advantage of the index, right? So I already explained that in many videos, right? So use this scanner here, input that. Oh, we didn't declare the scanner, right? So scanner input equal new scanner system that in. Now let's see if it works. Perfect. Next. Okay. So now in this for loop, the first thing that we're gonna do is display enter the product name. The user is gonna enter the product name, right? What is next? Enter the price for the product. Okay. After that, enter the price for the product. Use print, right? Print line, right? And now, which array is gonna hold the price for the product? Remember, the user gonna enter, for example, 200. So we need to save 200 here, where be a price index 0. Perfect. So be a price index 0 equal input that next double, right? Perfect. Okay, and then what is next? White space, right? Okay, a white space. Okay, and then we're gonna repeat and repeat and repeat. Correct? Repeat second time and 3 times. Okay, so I guess we did it, right? The for loop. Okay, so recommendation: test your program. Okay, test your program. Oh, a section. Nobody told me that. Come on. I'm gonna fix that. Sorry. Enter product name. That's something really simple. Okay, we store the data, no errors. Okay, perfect. Now that we have that, what is next? Remember, each for loop is going to help you to do a specific task. Then we're going to create methods. Okay, but first I want to explain you the simple things. Okay, so now what is your job? Compute the totals. Oh, you already know that because I showed you in the previous video, right? But let's gonna do that. For loop to compute the totals. So you need to declare a variable, double the total, correct? Okay, you have to comment, right? Now I explain you everything, so you're going to understand my code. But then I'm going to provide you the solution with the coding standard. I don't want to spend double time now. I want to just I'm going to give you the logic, okay? But I comment something important. But I explain you everything here. So now, for loop to compute the total, okay? For loop. Okay. Okay, so remember, just use the constant size, right? So okay. Now remember, we need the variable d total equal d total plus what? Plus what? Okay, we wanna see. Assume that you have this. Okay, how you're gonna compute the total? The total is gonna be equal the total. Yes, without using loops. Price 0 plus the price 1 plus the price 2. Correct? This is the total, right? But using loops, the total equal the total plus what? The price, which index? Your index, right? In count. Correct? Because in count is going to start at 0, 200, 1, 300, and 2, 100. Right? I already explained you that in the video, right? The previous video. So it's going to do that. So which array? DA price. DA price and count. Boom. We have the total. Yes, perfect. Now let's gonna see. What else do we need? I need to compute the highest price. I need to compute the highest price. Okay. And computing the max price. We're going to use max price. Okay. To use the proper variable. Okay. Computing the max price. Okay. Let's gonna do that manually. 200. In order to detect the max price, the highest price, what do you have to do? It's just evaluate element by element and see 200. Okay, it's the first element. You don't know if this is going to be the highest, right? The max value. But could be. So for now, immediately you read the data in your array, the first element is going to be the max value, right? The highest value. Perfect. Got it? Because you don't have anything other value to compare, right? Okay. So for now, at the beginning, the first element is going to be your max price. But then, when you check the next value for the next element in your array, you need to validate if this value is greater, right, than the first one. If that is the case, this guy is gonna be your new max value, correct? Simple logic. And then your max value now is gonna be 300 for now, okay? And then you compare now 300 versus 100, and 300 is greater than 100, so your max value is gonna be 300, correct? This is what we're gonna do in, just simple logic. Now, let's gonna do that in Java. What happens is we have a new variable, the max, okay? And we're gonna initialize the max equals 0, right? Correct? Okay. Now what happened? That we did here is immediately we check the first element. Remember, this is my max value, right? Because there is nothing to compare, right? Nothing else to compare. Okay, so following this logic, I'm gonna assign the price correct. So at the beginning, the max value is gonna be the first element. Then what is gonna be your job? Your job is gonna be to compare if the max, for example, is less than the price 1, right? So what happened? If the max is less than, okay, what is the value of the max now? 200. 200 is less than 300? True. Okay, if this is the case, what we're gonna do is what? You know now that VA1 is greater than the first element, right? That you have in the max. So the new max have to be what? VA price index 1, right? Correct? You got it? So the max is gonna be like a temporary variable. This is gonna evaluate element by element which element is greater than the other one. Okay? So now, if the max that was 200 at the beginning, right, we assign 200 here, is less than 300, okay. So 300 is inside the A price index 1. So now, the new D max is gonna be 300. So it's gonna be VA price 1, right? And do the same here. If D max, but what is the new value of D max now? 300, right? Is less than VA price 2. Okay. Then what happened? If this is the case, you're gonna assign the max equal VA price 2. Correct? If this is the case. But let's gonna track that. Okay. The max at the beginning is 0. Perfect. Now, let's gonna check the first element. Okay. Nothing to do with the first element. You assign the 200 to the max, right? Because you don't have anything to compare. The max was 0 at the beginning, so your first element is gonna be the max price at the beginning, right? Nothing to compare. Just assign that. So the max is gonna be the A price index 0. Perfect. Okay. Make sure I record it. Okay, good. So now, what happened here? Next line. If the max, what is the value of the max now? 100. If the max is less than VA price index 1, If 200 is less than 300, true. Then the new Dmax is going to be the current value that you have here, the 300. So DA price 1. Perfect. So now the Dmax is going to be 300. Then evaluate the next element. If Dmax, that is 300, is less than 100, DA price 2, assign the price, the price to Dmax. But in this case, 300 is less than 100, false. So you're going to skip that. And you're going to keep in Dmax just 300. Okay? Okay. So this is going to be the algorithm that we're going to apply here in our program. So computing that. So I need a for loop, as you notice, right? How many elements do I have? Whatever is in my constant, right? And to take the max price. Okay. So now, remember the algorithm? Okay. We're gonna create a variable here, double the max. Correct? And now, what happened? Okay, you can use the max equal here, right? Equal DA price 0, right? So, but we can do something here. If the max is less than DA price index 0, so in count at the beginning, right? Remember, this for loop start in count 0, right? So if the max is less than the A price index 0, correct, first element. If this is the case, what is your new Dmax? Your new Dmax is gonna be equal whatever you have here, right? Correct? So when in count is 0, Dmax less than Dmax is 0 at the beginning, right? Dmax less than DA price 0. DA price 0 is 200. 0 less than 200, 200 true. So you're going to assign the 200 to the max. End of the for loop. End count by 1. Okay? Now in count is going to be 1. The max 200 is less than DA price index 1. Oh, 200 less than 300. True. So now you're going to assign the 300 to 200. DA price index 1, remember, is 300. So you're going to assign 300 to the max. So your new Dmax is going to be the 300. End of the for loop. Increment in count by 1. In count now is going to be 2. Dmax 300 is less than DA price index 2, 100. 300 is less than 100, false. So you are not gonna get inside the if, you're gonna skip that and continue with the for loop. Now, in count is gonna be 3. 3 less than 3, false. Continue with your program. So now we have the solution, right? So now we have to print, okay, product name and price, right? Printing header system.out name price. Okay, and now for loop to display the report, right? The data. For loop count size, right? And now system.out, you're gonna print whatever you have in the array to hold the product name, right? So now you want to display whatever you have that as a product name. Remember, you have here all the data that you enter. So product name plus, we're gonna use some white spaces here. It doesn't matter, it just looks good. Plus, this is the product name and this is the price, right? DA price, right? Okay, so DA price income, right? Correct? Income, right? Remember? As a product name, index 0, index 0. Next income is going to be 1. As a product name, index 1, index 1. 0, index 1, index 2. The same thing that we did before, right? And then what else? The total is, okay. What is the total? Do I have the total here? The total. Perfect. Okay. Then what's next? The highest price. So we have the highest price is how can I know the highest price? Because I have the max here, right? Okay, and it's gonna test our program. Enter product name. Tablet 200. Enter product name. Laptop 200. Enter product name. iPhone 200. Tablet price. Oh, what's happening here? Laptop is not collecting the correct information. What happens when we collect the data? Look at this. Hey, DA price 0. What do we have to fix here? Remember, in count, you have to take advantage for the variable, the index that you're using in the for loop, right? Okay, so let's go run again. So, iPhone. Okay, beautiful. Tablet 200, laptop 400, iPhone 500, the total, the highest price. Good, beautiful. You see what can you do now with arrays? Okay, but now let's gonna create methods. Okay, method to handle this operation. For example, to compute the total, remember we already do that in the previous example, so we can do that. Public static to compute the totals. The method is going to receive an array and return an integer. Remember, receive the array with the data, okay, and then you're going to display, you're going to receive, return, you're going to return the total, right? So public static double compute total, correct? It's going to create a variable here. Double the total amount, for example, and then we're gonna return here, correct? Okay, and in order to compute the total, you need the array, right? You need the array of the product name, or you need the array for the prices. You need the array for the prices, right? I'm gonna see prod prices. Okay, EA prod prices. Okay, so now you're gonna receive the array with the data here, right? So the main method is gonna pass the array with the data, and here you have to do the same thing that we have here. So let me copy and paste it. Correct? But here you can create, if you want, different variable. For example, in index, and then you can use okay, and the total amount. Okay, and now inside this method, we don't know anything about DA price. We know everything about DA prices, correct? DA prices. So this method is ready to work. This method returns a double, the total amount, and this method receives an array of doubles. When you receive the array with the data, you're going to be able to create a for loop to accumulate the totals and then display the totals. How do you compute the totals? We already did that, right? The total amount equals the total amount plus the prices, your array, and the same index that we're using in the for loop. Because the index starts 0, then 1, then 2, and you're going to accumulate the totals, right? So now, here, invoke method compute total, right? So now, what do you have to do? Is call the method compute total, and this method is going to receive an array, right? An array of double. What is the array that have the information here? DA price. So the array with the prices that you already have here, you're gonna pass to the array DA product prices, right? Remember reference variable? We're gonna link, connect them, okay? So both DA product prices and DA price are gonna point to the same array. Now the array is here. At the beginning is empty, but we collect with this for loop data and we populate the array with the data like this. So now the array have data. But when you call the method DA price, you are doing something like this. Where is the method compute total? You have DA plot prices now over here, alright? And now that you are doing that now is point to that, okay? So DA price and DA plot price are gonna point to the same array now, okay? So you compute the total here and you return the total amount. If you call a method that returns a value, what do you need? You need a variable to receive the total, right? Okay, so you see, we create that. Okay, so now you know how to create method and with reference variable to arrays. Yes, I guess you have a good material to practice. Okay, so I'm gonna record another video with the solution that we did here, but using the coding standard. Okay, okay, thank you.